Hey everyone, welcome back to Shade Review. In today's video, we are reviewing the All for People's West Vanalden sunglasses. Now, All for People's West is in fact a different brand than All for People's. It was basically a spin-off budget line of the original All for People's brand. Now, the All for People's West brand did not last too long. I think it lasted from around 2010 to 2013, somewhere around there. I've tried to Google it and research it. I can't find any information, and it was a little bit before my time in the optical industry. So again, I'm not entirely sure of the years of the production of All for People's West, but the reason why All for People's created the spin-off version of All for People's West is they wanted to make a more budget-friendly line of sunglasses. So they used nylon or CR39 lenses, and also every pair of All for People's West frames are made in China, these being no exception. So definitely it didn't really make sense for them to do this. They did come out with a couple of really cool designs, but for the most part it was just kind of cheaper Chinese frames. These are definitely one of the favorites that people have of their lineup just because of the lens shape. Quality is pretty decent, and then also the colorways are pretty fun here as well. Now I also want to read what the company themselves had to say about the All for People's West lineup. They say, from the highly esteemed All for People's comes a new line created in celebration of their Southern California heritage. All for People's West, clean, classic, and very comfortable. From the materials to the colors to even the frame names have been carefully geared towards a sun-drenched West Coast lifestyle, which again is kind of that beachy lifestyle there. Now, every pair of All for People's West frames came with this really cool kind of blue and white case. It's kind of beach ready, and that's kind of the vibes. You don't necessarily want to wear a very expensive pair of All for People's frames to the beach because they could get scratched in the sand or you could lose them in the ocean. With All for People's West, it's kind of more of that beach ready, you know, kind of like an Oakley where it's not super expensive, that if you lose it, you're gonna, you know, be really sad. And the CR39 lenses are also going to be really good for the beach as well. So if we open up this case, we can actually see, it's hard to see here, but there's actually some credit card slots that are going to be perfectly fit for credit cards and maybe some money or something like that. So that's what those flaps are designed for. You're supposed to bring this to the beach. And in the very top, we can see it does say All for People's West. And then we just have the little cleaning cloth pouch here, which has their little kind of half circle logo, which is the All for People's West logo. Also on the side of the case is a little All for People's West branded little tag there. That's just a really cheap way to do it. You know, if they were to spend more money, they would have it kind of here on the top of it, but they put a little tag to kind of save money. So the All for People's West frame is definitely a budget-friendly brand where they tried to make the prices of their sunglasses a lot more affordable than the traditional All for People's company. Another pair that I have right here, the Vanalden, was definitely on the higher price tag of the All for People's West lineup. These frames came in at $295 with their polarized lenses. The exact colorway here is Gold Havana with brown gradient polarized lenses. Now, as far as weight goes, all their frames were typically very lightweight, and these are no exception, coming in at only 27 grams. So you can wear these frames all day long without any discomfort, which is really nice and comfortable. As far as styling goes, I really do like this kind of oversized kind of 1970s aviator shape to them. They do look really good. And if we take a look at the temples here, we can see this kind of intricate inlay here where we have a nylon material that wraps around the metal. So that adds that beautiful kind of Havana style to the frames. It adds a lot of character. There wasn't a lot of frames doing this back then. So this was definitely somewhat advanced technology for them to be able to do. Now, if we take a look here at the inner right temple of the frame, we can see it says All for People's West polarized and then made in China. And then we can see the little half circle here on the tips of the ear rests, and then here in the inner left temple of the frames, we can see the exact Exotica color code and model information there. Now these frames do have fully adjustable nose rests, and these are the exact same nose rests that be found on a traditional pair of All for People's frames. They are very comfortable, and again, the weight here coming at 27 grams makes these frames very comfortable as well. So the added nose rests and the lightness make them very, very good, again, for the beach and to wear all day long. Also, I'm just now realizing that I didn't talk about the dimensions of these frames like I always do in the beginning. These have have 60mm lenses in a 13mm bridge. They're gonna kind of have a good standard fit to them, to an oversized fit, but you can adjust these and bend them out to give a custom fit to the face if you do heat them up professionally. As far as the build quality goes, these frames are built pretty nicely. Again, they are made out of definitely cheaper materials than an All People's frame would be, so the hinges feel pretty decent, but the frames themselves, the metal they're using, does feel definitely a lot cheaper. And then the lenses, again being polymer, are gonna scratch much easier than an all glass lens would be. And there is a little play here on the Havana nylon part, so you can, I don't know if you can see it, but it is moving a little bit. It doesn't just completely spin around, but it does kind of move a little, like 1 degree, and that definitely makes them feel a little bit less premium as well. But yeah, basically, if you find a pair of All People's West frames, they are completely different than an Oliver Peoples pair of frames are. Again, they are all made in China here, where the traditional Oliver Peoples are gonna be all made in Italy or Japan. And the build quality is gonna be a lot better on the originals. But again, this pair is still really fun, and it probably one of the absolute best All People's West frames that you can buy. And I think at the time, All People's did not make any frames with polymer lenses or plastic CR39 lenses. I think every single pair was made with an all glass lens. Now you can get real original All People's frames with polymer lenses, but back then I don't think they sold them because they didn't want to kind of devalue the brand there. So this was a good lineup to fit a more active youth lifestyle. But yeah, overall, definitely a really interesting pair of frames. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give me a big thumbs up down below. And of course, make sure to hit the subscribe button and then you'll be notified every single time I upload a brand new video just like this one to our YouTube channel. Again, thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll catch you all in the next one.